Okay. So before we start implementing Redux Toolkit, we have to know what is Redux Toolkit, right? So let's just go to their documentation and then let's start from there. Okay. So this is their official documentation, right? So the initially when you get started, they will give you the purpose why we are using Redux Toolkit. So Redux Toolkit package is intended to be a standard way to write Redux logic, right? So let's go to Redux actually, and then we'll start from Redux. So what does Redux do? So Redux is a JavaScript library for predictable and maintainable global state management, right? So this is what we want. We want to manage all of our states globally. So it helps you write applications that behave consistently and run in different environments, client, server, and native, and are easy to test. On top of that, it provides a great developer experience such as live code editing combined with time traveling debugger. So what is this time traveling debugger? We are going to explore that too. We have our Redux dev tool in our browser that we have set up in our browser. So we'll explore that too. You can use Redux together with React or any other view library. That means Redux is not just limited to React, right? So some of us make that mistake, thinking that Redux we can only use Redux with React. So you can use Redux with any JavaScript library or even raw JavaScript, right? So and it is a tiny toolkit including dependencies, but has a large ecosystem of add-ons available. Right. So if they're talking about add-ons to use Redux properly, right, the raw Redux properly, we have to add some third-party libraries. For example, we have to use Redux Toolkit, sorry, not Redux Toolkit, createAsyncThunk and other libraries to manage the asynchronous functionalities and everything. So, even in their official documentation, they are suggesting that Redux Toolkit is our official recommended approach for writing Redux logic. That means, before Redux Toolkit, we are using only Redux. That means we are using raw Redux, and for raw Redux, there were some problems that if you go to the Redux Toolkit documentation, they have addressed that the Redux Toolkit package is intended to be standard way to write Redux logic. It was originally created to help address three common concerns about Redux, right? So configuring a Redux store is too complicated. I have to add a lot of packages to get Redux to do anything useful. Redux requires too much boilerplate code. So that means with raw Redux, setting up a Redux store is definitely complicated. There are a lot of boiler code. Even when you are writing an action, you have to write a action creator separately, and there was just too much boiler code. And Redux Toolkit actually makes it way easier, and it also provides us some other extra functionalities. We can use it with RTK query, Redux Toolkit query. We are not covering Redux RTK query in this crash course. Maybe in another crash course, in a separate crash course, we'll cover that. So what is included, right? We have our configureStore, which will help us to configure our Redux store. We have our createSlice function, which will create different slides for our Redux store, and we have our createAsyncThunk function, which is a which under the hood uses Redux Thunk to make asynchronous functionalities. Okay, so we are going to explore all of these one by one. So for now, we are just going to focus on configuring our store and our combining our slices, right? Okay.